the picture is not clear yet because the political directorate and the status don't really want the majority population to get the maximum benefits out of sports. Otherwise, sports would have been an industry long time ago. Instead, it's just horse racing. Because that is where the state recognize that they can make money. So there's no investment in our youths, in sports, no infrastructure. But once they rise, everybody claim them. Hypocrisy. Splash in New Jersey and to all the cities that are connected to Splash 94 point something 3 in New Jersey. Hail to the people in the tri-state area. Bronx, Brooklyn, New York. Bronx, Manhattan. Staten Island, New Jersey, Connecticut, Florida, California, where the yard people them rest, Atlanta, North Carolina, all over the place. But to my special friend in the Bronx, hail, Metamorphosis.
Flashes to a scheme. On auction blocks, we will chain that code and of merchandise. Hardly abusement, war.
Metamorphosis again, moving into the male-female section. You know, as much as the oppression has been great here and the barbarism amongst black people and black man being turned into stud and the woman them turned into cattle and them was a breed up like fish. You see, beyond all of that, we still maintain within ourselves a respect for the powers of procreation. Yeah, we still recognize that that is always maintained with existence as a race of people through procreation. Now we are being confronted with this thing called same-sex marriage. And part of the agenda of the Obama visit was to sort of encourage the status quo and the population to accept same-sex marriage as legal. And so I must examine, first of all, what is marriage? We have to re-examine what is marriage. And can the same-sex marriage? Now, African people, if we refer to our cultural context now, you know, we can look into alien societies for reference. And out of the black tradition that we know says male and female make the thing go. We see a situation where two men in America, black men, have gotten married and they have adopted a child. Now, this to me is an assault on the concept of family, black family, what we know about mother and father. Because here's a child now having two daddy. And when him go to school and him see go amongst his friends and him talking, the other friends talking about their mother, him talking about his two daddies. And you have some other women now who want to marry one another and they're going to adopt girls and have daughters, and these two women going to have a daughter and the daughter going to have two mothers. And when these children meet, what a calamity. One youth coming with two father and the next one coming with two mother. So we're seeing a trajectory that is leading to the dissolution of black family. I don't business about white people and for them family structure where they want to keep up. If that's what they want to hold, that's what they want to hold. I defend my own status now. And the marriage thing is under scrutiny. The concept of marriage. Is it just about male and female? Because I remember years ago when I come on and them say I'm married, selfish with a toilet paper. Them say that's what a marriage. You can't buy one unless you get the other. Under the harshness that the society was facing. So what is marriage? Is just a tie up together? Or is it about male and female coming into a union for procreation and maintaining the race? So Obama's visit on the agenda was the same-sex concept, idea, being pushed by the LB, lesbian, bisexual, and gay and transsexual society community in Jamaica, trying to insist that the black majority population, 96 away who come out of African Foundation, we must sell ourselves into this same-sex business. We're learning of that. And to make it even more significant now, when Obama was leaving the island, whether it was a photo shoot or something real, there was a rainbow in the sky. And they gave them a jump on that because what they have done is hijack the rainbow. They might hijack Rastafari colors and attach another little blue to it and call it the colors of the LGBT movement. So, if you watch what going on, you know, because them are riding for Rasta colors, you know. And they have an agenda to break down this island to a place where them can come call it them backyard for them behavior. This behavior now, them insisting, is genetic. And I reject that. Because I don't know about no genetic attraction between male and male and female and female. These things are social. They are learned. There are people who have more hormones, of course, from females may have more male hormones and vice versa. But the attraction for relationship to create marriage and then adopt other people picnic to claim family is a dysfunction. I'm about that. Love woman and man and woman together is the unity that we need. That is the Almighty, when the male and the female connect in a oneness.
Come make we drink jelly water. Yes, I. Darling, make we make another escape from the hustle and the bustle tonight. And I don't know where you wanna go, but I'm willing to take you there. Girl, just be who you wanna be. Once you're with me, baby, I've no fear. So much beautiful things to see. Girl, don't waste the life. And there is only one love to give. Girl, we now waste no time. And I don't know if I beach or if I riverside. Hey, but I wanna take you somewhere tonight. And I don't know if I beach or if I riverside. Hey, and I don't know if I hill or valley. But I beg you come chill with Chronics tonight.
You know, there was a pressure like island, you know, if you accept same-sex, you know. You know, what my pressure was saying, you know. We did them at the Olympics of Russia, and Russia run with them idea there, you know, and them couldn't put no sanction on Russia. Because Russia have them might and power. But what, is weak, so? There is strength in consciousness and knowledge. And we are run with them kind of ideology from this rock. Don't tell me about to have no money. Because we have an industry in the waiting. And it's not ganja. I'll talk about the hemp again. Yeah, we know in the same-sex marriage thing. We know in it. We just know in it. We know in it.
Come, let me take you somewhere, and I don't know where you wanna go. Girl, come with me. So much things to see, so many things to see, and I don't know if I be tired, if I riverside. But I wanna take you somewhere tonight, Lord. Because me see it in your eye, me say me see it in your eyes. I say you're tired of the 9 to 5. Plus the boss boy have you in a overdrive. But me say that fireman you like your vibe. So let me take you to the forest figure sightsee. Chilling on the beach with you beside me. A paparazzi ask if you want me wifey. Where you are go tell them me girl them me girl. Whoa, and I don't know where you wanna go, but I'm willing to take you there. But I know if I bike
So now we're getting challenged here to re-examine what is the concept of family. Can family really start with persons of the same sex? Can a family begin with two women? Can a family begin with two men? What is a family? Black people have to know, because we have coming out of a tradition of extended families. Yeah, where there is aunties and uncles and an organization that leads into a community and a village and a clan. I know where I do. And because there is also on the horizon the creation of children now to the introduction of a third party. They're using the DNA of a third person to go with an original couple to heal certain diseases. This is a new type of birth that is coming to face us. Called the three persons to make one. Tampering genetics. And you think that there is a creator that cares? Have to wake up. Metamorphosis heading into the finals, 10 minutes. And so this final few minutes now, I will speak to Rastafari's connection to this ganja reformation and how Rastafari has been used to bring forth certain laws that does not benefit Rastafari in any deep economic way, but is a bonanza to the state and to the politicians and to the wealthy class. So there's a plant out there. Plant is called cannabis. Cannabis sativa. And Rastafari have always been engaged in smoking of cannabis. This has become a part of the ritual, the sacrament, because it has properties in it that are pharmaceutical, toxic properties. So this property, particularly in the what they call pharmacological variety, it's really a property called THC. It's a chemical. And this chemical now is responsible primarily now for the changing of the meditation of the brain when you ingest it. So this has been the primary focus and connection to this plant by Rastafari as a meditative medicine, as a holy sacrament, as a medicine to help with inspiration. All right, so enough about that now. And for that very same reason, Rastafari became a victim of the society. And this brutality now was carried out by the security forces, the arm of the society that carries out its punishment. So the court system, the judicial system, the police, all set against Rastafari. And Rastafari have been holding some serious brutality from these organs. The rich people, children, in the latter part of the last 10 years, we're beginning to have serious problems traveling back and forth because they were now using this ganja, but they were being caught just like everybody else. The difference is they all had passports and visas and they could go to America. And now, so they become blighted. And they're having difficulty now moving forth and back simply because of a ganja conviction. A one spliff, which I have been brutalized for decades over that. And so from a top-down movement, there was an effort made now to ease the court cases and to remove the records from those people that they could continue to travel. Also, some entertainers were being put on the list to give you a feeling that it was all about the masses. This is about the top, trying to resolve its own problems. And in this deception, they have pushed through this law called decriminalization of the Dangerous Drug Act. And what it really does, as I said earlier, is put more money into the revenues and ease the social pressures on the very wealthy who can now smoke ganja and travel as they used to. But Rastafari need an awakening to this same ganja, because cannabis sativa is a plant, and we have recognized that there are two different varieties of the plant. The pharmacological variety, which is marijuana, and the agricultural variety, which is hemp. And it is hemp that I and I now must begin to concentrate on studying. We have to study hemp, not marijuana, not the smoking pharmacological type of marijuana, of ganja. We need to concentrate on hemp, because there are over 2,500 products that can be manufactured from hemp. This is different from the pharmacological thing where you need highly skilled, trained people in laboratories and where the very rich go and come in and control the industry from the top. We're talking about an industry that is not being spoken about by anybody in the country right now. This is a crucial thing that we need to know, because hemp has no THC that is toxic. And this is what makes marijuana what it is. Industrial hemp is the strongest natural fiber. It is 3 times as strong as cotton. And it can be grown without harmful pesticide and herbicide. There are breeding techniques that yield industrial hemp, which contains virtually no THC. eliminating any potential for drug value. Hemp, otherwise known as Cannabis sativa L, has been cultivated for over 10,000 years. What I say? Cannabis sativa L, or hemp, has been cultivated for over 10,000 years and continues to be grown in many industrial nations, including Canada, England, France, Germany, Thailand, China, and Hungary. These countries grow hemp industrially. Jamaica people, Rasta people, wake up to hemp.
Me never cuss no bad word. Me never incite no violence. So to my freedom of speech. We only talk what the people are said. How this? It's my freedom of speech. You what tell me say me free, but me dumb me can't speak. What happened to my freedom of speech? It's a breach of democracy to stop me from speak. Yes, it is my freedom.
Now, for more than 1,000 years, until 1883, cannabis hemp was one of the planet's largest agricultural crop. What I say? For more than 1,000 years, right up until 1883, just before the man divided up Africa to the Berlin Conference, cannabis hemp was the planet's largest agricultural crop and most important industry for thousands upon thousands of products and enterprises, producing the overall majority of the Earth's fiber, fabric, lighting oil, paper, incense, and medicines. So we're barking up the wrong tree if we want to liberate ourselves economically. The pharmacological ganja has benefits, but for few, the very wealthy who will control the laboratories and the few farmers who will be producing the raw material. We need to break into something that we can control at the level of industry. And hemp is what we need to penetrate. The earliest known woven fabric was of hemp. The United States Constitution was written on hemp paper. We in Jamaica should be producing hemp cloth, hemp oil, hemp concrete block. This is what would generate factories in Jamaica. So the medicinal, recreational ganja march is what it is, recreational. We need to look at industry that black people can own and generate revenue as owners of industry rather than as producers of raw material and providing service in service industries. Yeah, metamorphosis.
We are going. This brother, gold and green train. Oh yes, we are golden. We are golden.
The first American flag was made from hemp. The first draft of the United States Constitution was written on hemp paper. And the hemp seed was the mainstay of the colonial diet and provided lamp oil. Hemp oil can be used as a base for paints and inks, as well as industrial lubricants. 1 acre of hemp produces as much paper as 4 acres of trees. And the crop is ready in 120 days, not 120 years. As a nation, we stand to gain much from hemp. Peace, prosperity unto the I and I, Iman Blak.